they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. The Blue Devils will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
The Canes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Brings it to the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
To the air on 2nd down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Blue Devils. This defense taking one back to the house.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a play. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense here.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hurricanes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on 1st down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here power football with the run. Across the 45. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Canes look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. From the gun, running back gets the give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said.
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made the extra point without problem.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Blue Devils offense has the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical.
There he goes! Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Looking left. Tosses it incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Four wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Under fire. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Runs through a tackle. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Canes will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Extending the play. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And the Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys, too. And that time, that was a great play call defensively.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Complete to the left. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking for a huge play. He's got it at the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Quick release on the RPO. Trying to hit him with a quick game on. Down and nothing doing there. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Duke.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball...
Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Finds his big tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. to the running game. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. And the Blue Devils want to move quickly. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's in goal. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. The Blue Devils are rolling down the field. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Well, nice job there by the defender. He stayed right in the back pocket of that receiver, so as soon as he caught the ball on the slant, he was able to bring him to the ground.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. It's complete to the left. Tripped up for the tackle. The Blue Devils come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. Now well within striking distances, and 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, they're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Working that left side now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Blue Devils decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this 1st punt to pin him deep. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. Turning it on! And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of down.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Throwing right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A strike downfield. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Hurricanes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time, you get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They go to the ground. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Here comes the offense on first down. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Makes the pass. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Receivers that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in the stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bends. That was sweet.
All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Makes a catch. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be fourth down from the 23. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He splits the upright. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do. They're up by 7 over Oregon State. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold on. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Right on the money. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's going to run it. Crosses the 30. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Catch in the middle. It's Moncrief. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what. do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Blue Devils moving quickly to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
From the gun, the ground game. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. When you play backer at Miami, you got to bring some of that vintage Kane attitude.
The attitude, the physicality, the dislike for people. That's what you need at the linebacker spot. Miami's found a few of those guys over the years.
The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And the Canes are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter, you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You've got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Punch it out of the air. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Canes are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Caught in the backfield. It's Moncrief. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Hurricanes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
These RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the marker. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play, you line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. The Blue Devils will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Wants to fire on second down. Zings it complete to the right. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Going deep, and he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Bringing it back. The tag. Touchdown, Miami. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Memphis endured a hostile crowd, and the challenge that always comes with playing away from the Liberty Bowl, and the Tigers came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down. 38.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Throws to the tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. He just didn't have it there.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, the running back has it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here comes the punt team. Here's the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 45, on its way. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Canes. And the beatdown has ensued. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Off play action on 1st down. Running to Green. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Blue Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wide open downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds of...
A shot toward the end zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Right on target this time. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. The Blue Devils with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like...
Purdy on the Jets. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Runs through the tackle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Hurricanes will try to move the sticks on 4th down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the pummeling has started. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quick shovel pass. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding. Offense.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And the Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Back to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Okay, ready? Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Get set, get set.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. With the clock running, this should be the final play. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball downfield. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in. This was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.